for the new animal shelter. In 2021, Dr. Dow was an important voice and advocate for the funding and construction of the first animal shelter, as well as a staff to manage and run it. That shelter signaled the beginning of improvements in animal welfare for Lafourche Parish. Additionally, Dr. Dow has served on the board of the Lafourche Animal Society Incorporated, the Friends of Lafourche Parish Animal Shelter, which provides funds for special LPAS programs, funds for emergency vet services, and pet food for low-income residents, as well as spay-neuter services and community outreach. Under the LPAS, Manager Hilary Detillier, he stated he has seen a dramatic improvements with the Lafourche Parish Animal Shelter, achieving the national recognition as a no-kill shelter for the third year. The opening of the new shelter will mark another milestone in Dr. Dow's vision for LPAS and Lafourche Parish animal welfare, marking his 25 years of service on the Lafourche Parish Animal Shelter Advisory Board. Our second recipient is Mrs. Sherry Robichaud. She has represented District 8 on the Lafourche Parish Animal Shelter Advisory Board for 24 years. As a board member since 2001, Ms. Robichaud has been a strong advocate for the improved welfare of dogs and cats in Lafourche Parish and has seen immeasurable improvements in the operation and outreach of the LPAS to both animals and citizens of the parish. Additionally, she served as the vice chair of the advisory board for 7 years. She has been on the board of Lafourche Parish and the Lafourche Animal Society Incorporated, the Friends of Lafourche Parish Animal Shelter since its inception. In 2024, the LASI provided $17,500 in support to the Lafourche Parish Animal Shelter, emergency vet services, and pet food for low-income residents, as well as spay-neuter services and community outreach. She was initially appointed to the Lafourche Parish Animal Shelter Advisory Board in 2001 when funding for the construction of an animal shelter was approved by Lafourche Parish Administration and councils of Thibodaux, Lockport, and Golden Meadow. She was present for the ribbon cutting of the first animal shelter on March 28, 2027, and will be present for the ribbon cutting of the newly completed Lafourche Parish Animal Shelter. She states, and I quote, "It has been a wonderful honor to work with LPAS manager Ms. Hilary Detillier and to work with a tirelessly committed volunteer advisory board. Together, we have accomplished so much on behalf of the public and animals in Lafourche Parish. Therefore, whereas the Lafourche Parish Council, through Resolution 18-004, created the Outstanding Citizen Award program to recognize Lafourche Parish residents for extraordinary accomplishments, heroic and courageous efforts, and selfless service, and deeds that improve the lives of residents of Lafourche Parish. Now, therefore, on behalf of the Lafourche Parish Council, Parish of Lafourche, State of Louisiana, we do hereby recognize Dr. Eugene A. Dow, Jr. and Ms. Sherry Robichaud as the recipients of the Outstanding Citizen Award for their outstanding service to Lafourche Parish and offer our congratulations for achieving this honor, presented by myself, Lafourche Parish Councilman, District 3, on this day, March 11th, 2024. Congratulations, Dr. Dow and Ms. Robichaud. I'm sorry, 25.
When 2027.
The first one.
Who's the second one? You went over.
Is that what they work on now?
They were going out.
They started working on it in 21.
I think they moved in.
It's been like a city built. It looked like a building.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's built. It opened, I think.
The mic is live. If you don't mind, just state your name and your address for the record.
Eugene
It'll pick up,
Dial.
but the mic should be live.
Eugene Dial, 307 Cherokee Avenue, Thibodaux, Louisiana, 70301. First of all, I want to thank the council for this recognition, but it's really recognizing the work of many, many, many people, many volunteers. We have an excellent director that's done a good job for the citizens of Lafourche. And she had no idea I was going to give her a plug on you, but she's really good at what she does.
Agreed.
Before this came together, it was the time when the big 5-4 breakdown, the parish councils, and nobody said, you'll never get anything through, you'll never get anything through. And there was about 5 or 6 years of negotiating between the 3 cities, municipalities, and the parish to get to 2001. And we were lucky enough to get, Miss Lorraine was around. We were the only ones that got 9-0 votes, had 8-1 vote. Mr. Atzenhofer voted no one time because he wanted a regional shelter, but every other time the citizens of Lafourche have stood up and asked their councilmen and councilwomen to support it, and y'all have done that. So we appreciate your support, and we look forward to the next step of increasing, improving the quality of services for the citizens of Lafourche Parish. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gene.
Thanks again. All right, that brings us to item C, proclamation. Number 1, Parish President Archie Chesson to proclaim March 28, 2025 as Paint the Parish Purple Day. This marks the official kickoff of Relay for Life in the parish. Mr. President, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Paint the Parish Purple is an activity of the American Cancer Society that promotes cancer awareness and gives individuals and communities an opportunity to fight back against cancer. Whereas Lafourche Parish is joining other communities worldwide to host the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life that supports their mission of saving lives and creating a world with less cancer and celebrating more birthdays by helping people stay well, get well, and by funding groundbreaking research and fighting back. And whereas the American Cancer Society funded more than $150 million in cancer research last year through money raised in communities across the United States. Now, therefore, I, Archie Chesson, Parish President Lafourche, do hereby proclaim March 28th as Paint the Parish Purple Day. And this marks the official kickoff to Relay for Life in the parish. And in doing so, I urge citizens to celebrate cancer survivorship, remember loved ones lost to the disease, honor caregivers, and join Lafourche Parish's fight against cancer, because only together will we find the cure. And I know we have our 2 ambassadors who are here every year, Miss May and Miss Gunnell, to accept the proclamation.
I had cancer. I know what it's like. You got to do it. I can't do it. I can't nominate myself. You got to do it for me. 6 years ago. I ain't kicked it.
A button on the mic. Okay.
It was live. It was live. You can press it back. Nope, press it again now. What's happening is she has the ability to turn it on.
Oh,
So
okay.
you would turn it on, she would turn it on.
All right. My name is May Hitt, 2797 Highway 182, Raceland. I'm a member of the Relay for Life of Lafourche Committee. And first off, we want to thank President Chesson and the rest of the council for this proclamation to help bring awareness of the cancer that we have in Lafourche Parish. We invite all y'all to come out on March 29th, which is the day after Paint the Parish Purple Day. Our event will be held at the Raceland, Louisiana Cajun Tourist Center under the pavilion by the overpass in Raceland. The event will take place at 3, where we will also honor our cancer survivors and celebrate their lives. And also at 7:30, we'll have a luminaria ceremony where we will remember our loved ones who have passed away. I don't think there's very many people, if any person in this audience who hasn't been touched in some way, whether it's yourself, a family member, a co-worker, or a friend. So please come out and help us support and remember and celebrate our loved ones. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Ms. May. All right. Item D, presentations and/or updates. I don't think we have any agencies here with any tonight, which brings us to item E, engineers and/or architect reports. I'm told we may not have any. All right. Brings us to item F, public wishing to address the council, public hearings, agenda items, et cetera. Do you have Ms. Corleen? None. Brings us to item G, approval of minutes. I'll not entertain a motion to accept the minutes of the February 25th, 2025 regular session. So moved by Mr. Brumfield, second by Mr. T-Boo. Adams. All in favor? Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes 9 yeas, 0 nays. All right, we'll get rolling here. Item H, public hearing and ordinances for ratification. I'll now entertain a motion to open the public hearing. So moved by Mr. Adams, second by Mr. Brumfield. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 9 yeas and 0 nays. Item 3, ordinance approving a lease agreement between Landmark Outdoors LLC and Lafourche Parish Government at 206 Green Street, Suite B and Suite C, Thibodaux, Louisiana, authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer said agreement and any all relevant documents. Moved by Mr. Perk on behalf of the administration, second by Mr. Adams. Would anyone from the public like to comment on the ordinance at number 3? Second call, public input on the ordinance at number 3. Last and final call. Anyone from the public wants to comment on this ordinance? Any discussion from the council? There being none, we'll bring it to a vote. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 9 yeas, 0 nays. Item 4, ordinance providing for a 2025 supplemental appropriation 25-001 within the 2025 operations and maintenance budget and capital outlay budget for various grants and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer said transactions as provided for by Article 6 of the Lafourche Parish Home Rule Charter. Moved by Mr. Adams for the administration, second by Mr. Perk. Would anyone from the public like to comment on the ordinance at number 4? Second call, public input on the ordinance at number 4. Last and final call. Anyone from the public wants to comment on this ordinance? There being none, anyone from the council? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 9 yeas, 0 nays. Item 5, ordinance granting a variance from the Lafourche Parish subdivision regulations from not constructing the entire proposed cross street to be known as Fatima Street in the proposed St. Mary's Place Phase 2 as not recommended by the Lafourche Parish Planning Commission at their January 29, 2025 meeting. Moved by Mr. Melvin on behalf of the administration, second by Mr. Pierce. Would anyone from the public like to comment on the ordinance at number 5? Just remember to state your name and address for the record. Can you put him live, Rachel? Hold on one second. All right, you good now. Sorry.
Camille Chasson, 219 Ryanzi Street in Thibodaux, Louisiana. I'm co-owner of St. Mary's Place with David Duplantis. We're asking for this variance for common sense reasons. We've done our homework. We have an excellent relationship with the neighbors on both sides. On the south side is Laurel Valley with Jerry and Bill McKee, and the Scheck-Snyders on the north side. Laurel Valley has been around a long time, since 1975. It's a historical plantation. So we looked at actually doing something with Laurel Valley, some type of development, but you cannot develop it because it's been in a historical place since 1975. And it's received state bond money. You'd have to go back and all those years. So they will not be able to develop anything on Laurel Valley side. On the Scheck-Snyder side, basically he has 90 foot across and nothing could be developed on that side. So they are against constructing the streets. Now, if I thought it was a bad thing for the parish, I would not be here asking for this variance. It's a common sense thing that it's a road on the south side and the north side to no development and to sugarcane. So we're asking that we abide by having the emergency vehicle turnaround on Fatima Street, that the homeowners association would take care of the maintenance of the Fatima Street area, cutting grass, making sure that everything is correct as far as the parish is concerned on that street. But we're asking for the variance for not putting basically over 300 feet of concrete on the south side and the north side. So it's over 600 feet to sugarcane fields that have no intention of development. And we have letters from the neighbors on each side. We have a very good relationship with them. And I'm here to answer any questions that y'all basically have.
Very good. Anyone have any questions of Mr. Chesson? Everyone's clear. I think everyone should have a copy of what he's saying is the no objection to the property owners on either side for this street. No questions? Thank you, Mr. Chesson.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Would anyone else like to discuss, from the public, like to discuss the ordinance at number 5? Last and final call. Anyone from the public like to comment on the ordinance at number 5? Any from the council wants to discuss this one? Nope. There will be none. We'll bring it to a vote. All in favor? Hold on, Mr. Perk. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to compliment or add on to what Mr. Camille Chasson stated. I'm very familiar with that area, and it makes total sense, the variance, and I understand our planning commission has rules in place, but in this situation, I think it'll actually add to the subdivision. I think the landowners around it will take better care of the property adjacent to them than a street. So I would like to see us grant that variance. Thank you.
Very good. So just to be clear, a vote in favor of this ordinance is granting the variance as requested. Okay. Any further discussion? There being none, we'll bring it to a vote. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All against say nay. Motion passes 9 yeas, 0 nays. Item 6, ordinance accepting the subdivision known as the Hernandez subdivision into the parish system. Mr. Brumfield for the administration, second by Mr. Adams. And T-Boo, I don't know why, but I always want to say William, your first name, and I get confused. T-Boo Whips. That's why I'm always jammed up. William or Adams or T-Boo. So, with that said, would anyone from the public like to comment on the ordinance at number 6? Second call, public input for the ordinance at number 6. Last and final call. Anyone from the public like to comment on the ordinance at number 6? Anyone from the council? There being none, we'll bring it to a vote. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 9 yeas, 0 nays. Item 7, ordinance amending and reenacting Chapter 32 of the Lafourche Parish Code of Ordinances as it pertains to solid waste and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer any and all relevant documents. Mr. Pierce on behalf of the administration, second by Mr. Araby. Would anyone from the public like to comment on the ordinance at number 7? Second call, public input on the ordinance at number 7. Last and final call. Anyone from the public like to comment on the ordinance at number 7? Anyone from the council? There being none, we'll bring it to a vote. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 9 yeas, 0 nays. Item 8, ordinance providing for a 2025 supplemental appropriation 25-002 within the 2025 operations and maintenance budget for the LA 3266, LA 308 40 Arpent Road project, and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer said transactions as provided for by Article 6 of the Lafourche Parish Home Rule Charter. Moved by Mr. Perk on behalf of the administration, second by Mr. Adams. Would anyone from the public like to comment on the ordinance at number 8? Second call, public input on the ordinance at number 8. Last and final call. Anyone from the public wants to comment on this ordinance? Anyone from the council? Mr. Loren, you have the floor, sir.
Yes, I just want to check real quick. This is the one that belongs to the DOTD, right?
Mr. President, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yeah, so if you guys remember, about 1.5 years ago, we approved a road transfer agreement where DOTD is going to repave it and then turn it over to us. And as part of the repaving project and John Deere's expansion, we are paying for the new turn lanes that are going to go in the road to make traffic easier for John Deere in their expansion.
Hold on, Daniel. Is this all you had? All right, so press your button again, Mr. Lorraine. There you go.
No, the only reason why you're probably paying for the turnaround is because they didn't have one there before, right? And about 2 weeks ago, you said we were going to have a list of about 50 streets, so I guess that's number 1, huh? Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Lorraine. With that said, if there's no further discussion, we'll bring it to a vote. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 9 yeas, 0 nays. Item 9, ordinance amending ordinance number 7005 that adopted the 2025 operations and maintenance budget and capital budget for the Lafourche Parish Council, as well as setting the salaries of unclassified employees as provided for by Article 5 of the Lafourche Parish Home Rule Charter. Moved by Ms. Chesson on behalf of the administration, second by Mr. Melvin. Anyone from the public like to comment on the ordinance at number 9? Second call, public input on the ordinance at number 9. Last and final call. Anyone from the public like to comment on the ordinance at number 9? Anyone from the council? There being none, we'll bring it to a vote. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 9 yeas, 0 nays. I'll now entertain a motion to close public hearing. So moved by Mr. Adams, second by Mr. Brumfield. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion passes 9 yeas, 0 nays. Item I, proposed ordinances. Mr. Perk, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Number 10, proposed ordinance approving a certitude agreement between Cataly LLC, represented by Elizabeth T. Grow, and Lafourche Parish Government, and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer said agreement and any and all relevant documents. Councilman Melvin for administration. Number 11, proposed ordinance approving a certitude agreement between Lafourche Parish Special Education District Number 1 and Lafourche Parish Government in the cutoff area, and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer said agreement, any and all relevant documents. Mr. Lynn Chasson for administration. And number 12, proposed ordinance granting a variance from Lafourche Parish subdivision regulations from exceeding the maximum distance of 250 feet for the street light located at the intersection on Perry Way and Queens Way in the proposed subdivision, the settlement at Live Oak, Phase 5, as recommended by the Lafourche Parish Planning Commission at their February 26, 2025 meeting. Mr. Bo Adams for administration.
Thank you very much, Mr. Perk.
I'm sorry.
Brings us to item G, resolutions. Number 13, resolution approving amendment number 1 to the agreement with Everbridge Incorporated for a high-speed notification system and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer said amendment and any all relevant documents. Mr. Perk on behalf of the administration, second by Mr. Pierce. Any discussion? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 9 yeas, 0 nays. Item 14, resolution approving change order number 1 for the project titled Courthouse Annex Hurricane Ida Repairs Renovations, increasing the contract price by $62,203.68 and adding 132 additional days, and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer said change order and any all relevant documents. Mr. Perk on behalf of the administration, second by Mr. Adams. Any discussion? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 9 yeas, 0 nays. Item 15, resolution approving the Louisiana Compliance Questionnaire as part of the legislative auditor's requirement for completion of audits, and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer said document and any all relevant documents. Mr. Perk on behalf of the administration, second by Mr. Adams. Any discussion? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 9 yeas, 0 nays. Item 16, resolution approving an agreement between Lafourche Parish Government and Louisiana Department of Veterans Affairs office space for fiscal year 2025, and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer said agreement and any all relevant documents. Moved by my fellow veteran, Mr. Pierce, on behalf of the administration, second by Mr. Melvin. Any discussion? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 9 yeas, 0 nays. Item 17, resolution approving an agreement between the City of Thibodaux, Lafourche Parish Government, and the 17th Judicial District Court for temporary space to conduct court sessions, and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer said agreement and any and all relevant documents. Mr. Perk on behalf of the administration, second by Mr. Adams. Any discussion? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 9 yeas, 0 nays. Item 18, resolution approving an agreement between Lafourche Parish Government and RAMJ Construction LLC for the emergency repairs to the St. Charles Bypass Bridge, and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer said agreement and any all relevant documents. Mr. Belvin on behalf of the administration, second by Mr. Pierce. Any discussion? Mr. Melvin, you have the floor, sir.
Yes, sir. I just have a question for Parish President Chasson. I just want to make sure. I had a question from some residents, of course, they're very excited the bridge is being fixed. They just wanted to know who the contractor was, and I told them this was done because it was underneath a certain amount where we didn't have to send out the bid, or what? Please, sir.
Okay, Mr. President, you have the floor, sir.
So twofold. One, yes, but secondly, I actually declared a state of emergency for the bridge. We know we're going to have some issues on the Lafourche bypass bridge very soon, and hopefully DOTD speeds up the bid for that one, but we're probably going to have to close that one very shortly as well due to some issues. So we let the engineer run with it, get an emergency contract with a contractor. I figured you guys were going to approve this, so they actually moved in today. They did some work today. The structural foam guys will be there to inject the foam in the morning, and we should be able to drive on the bridge by Thursday or Friday. So, yeah.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. President. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion passes 9 yeas, 0 nays. Number 19, resolution approving change order number 3 for the project titled New Animal Shelter, increasing the contract price by $1,613.13 and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer said change order and any and all relevant documents. Mr. Perk on behalf of the administration, second by Mr. Adams. Any discussion? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 9 yeas, 0 nays. Now I have a motion on the floor by Councilman Melvin, second by Mr. Pierce, to deviate from the agenda to unanimous agenda item, which is a resolution. Any discussion on that? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes 9 yeas, 0 nays. Now I'm just going to do a quick roll call vote to ensure that everyone is in agreement with going to with unanimous agenda item. So you can just say yay or nay as I call your name. Mr. Brumfield is a yay. Mr. Adams is a yay. Mr. Perk? Yay. Otan is a yay. Mr. Melvin? Yay. Mr. Pierce? Yay. Mr. Araby? Yay. Ms. Shessel? Yay. Mr. Lorraine? Yay. So we have everyone in agreement. So now we have on the floor item, we'll call it item A, resolution approving a memorandum of understanding between Lafourche Parish Government, the Louisiana Department of State, Office of the Secretary of State, Lafourche Parish Register of Voters, and Greater Lafourche Parish, I almost missed Parish, Greater Lafourche Parish Port Commission for a temporary early voting location and authorizing the parish president to sign, execute, and administer said memorandum of understanding and any and all relevant documents. This is a motion by Mr. Lorraine on behalf of the administration, second by Ms. Chesson. Any discussion on this unanimous agenda item? Mr. Lorraine, you have the floor, sir.
Yes, it's going to be changed to the port, right behind the Port Commission, where J. Wayne Plaisance office used to be. The reason why is because the elevator wasn't working for the early voting at the veterans, and a few people complained, which it was a long walk. And so it was transferred, and this has to be in by tomorrow because early voting starts Saturday.
Yep. Well said. That's correct. We got to get it into the Secretary of State immediately. Any further discussion? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes 9 yeas, 0 nays. And I have a motion on the floor by Councilman Perk, second by Mr. Adams, to return back to regular agenda items. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion passes 9 yeas, 0 nays. Item K, Parish President, Department Heads, Directors, or Managers' Reports, Presentations, and or Updates. Number 20, Department of Public Works Representative to present a report. Mr. Chesson, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You guys should have all gotten the email with the presentation for this last month. And as we've done with finance, next quarter, Dylan will do the actual PowerPoint recapping the quarter for you guys. But we'll be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Mr. President. Which brings us to item L, questions for the administration. Mr. Adams, you have the floor first, sir.
Hey, so I have a question, Archie. So that little thing that we passed with the whole garbage ordeal, does that pay for like solid waste pickup, bulk garbage? Why hasn't it happened lately? It's been like 3 months.
Yeah, he had press. I was letting him speak, answer.
So why hasn't it happened yet? Because we haven't seen a truck in months. And we have garbage on the side of the road that's been there 3 months.
All right. Mr. President, you have the floor now, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yeah, we've been fielding, and I get a bunch of calls every week about the bulky pickup. Trash service seems to be okay, but the bulky stuff seems to be slighted. So what I think I'm going to do is the next meeting, there's a new River Birch employee that took over a couple of months ago. We're going to have him come to the meeting and give you guys a presentation and update you guys and let y'all yell at him. How about that?
Very good.
Definitely.
Thank you, Mr. President. All right. Any other questions for the administration? Mr. Arabi, you have the floor, sir.
I'm trying to open up that DPW presentation on my laptop, and it's not opening up. So I don't know if we're having an issue or if it's me.
It could be if it's on Wi-Fi.
I didn't think you'd have anything good to
It's
say.
on Wi-Fi in here, T? Yeah, but the Wi-Fi gets jammed up in here at times. That's why I quit.
Turn it on, turn it off.
I can't use my parish laptop.
I can't use my parish phone on my laptop.
I can't get my phone either.
Big shot now.
Yeah, so my phone hasn't been working for like a while now.
Keep going, Mr. Chairman, I'm sorry.
All right.
Need to get it fixed.
So we work on the DPW. They'll make sure that we get a copy of that active. Any further discussions, questions? Brings us to item M. Any other discussion tonight? Any other discussion? Mr. Adams, you just made it before adjournment. Go
So I
ahead.
just want to say, next weekend is the World's Fair in Choctaw, the 21st, 22nd, 23rd. So if you want to come out there, good food, good music, and good time.
Yeah, excellent. Mr. Melvin? You good? All right, so I got an item in adjournment on motion by Mr. Adams, second by Mr. Brumfield, and with no further business, the Lafourche Parish Council regular meeting on March 11th, 2025 will be adjourned at 17:51 hours. All in favor signify by saying aye. Is anyone opposed? Motion passes 9 yeas, 0 nays. Thank you all.